Hey Carl, Keaton Taylor here with Taylor Wolf Design. I'm just up the road in Toronto. I'm a web designer and online strategist expert. If you've heard the term SEO, that's what I do, search engine optimization. So I know how to get websites ranked in at the top of Google and get your phone ringing, get people filling out an online quote form, make it so that you don't have to spend your time marketing your website like I see that you're doing on Craigslist right now. You've been at this a long time, you're a seasoned professional. You shouldn't have to be posting your own ads on Craigslist and things like that for business. You should outsource that to someone like me who can work with you, and we can reap the benefits of that work together. So I'm just going to walk you through your website, educate you a bit on how these things work, and tell you a little bit more about how working with me would go. So I'm on your site, as you can see, and you've got some content, but you don't have enough content. So someone like me, I can do keyword research, and I'll show you, I'll come back to that more in a minute, to tailor the content on your website so that Google picks it up. And then what we would also need to do is add a lot of copy and photos to your content. So, you know, you've got some good pages here, but they're not long enough. So all your pages are pretty short, which, you know, to many people, you know, they just want to be quick and concise and to the point. And that makes sense on one hand, but when it comes to Google, they want authoritative content. So think about Wikipedia. If you Google any noun in the search engines, the first hit is almost always going to be Wikipedia. You know, it doesn't matter, goat cheese, unicycles, whatever, because Wikipedia has the most information on that topic, more information on that topic than any other website has on that topic. And that's what I mean when I say authoritative content. So you want to explain your process. You know, you want to be very verbose on your website. Well, you know, designing it in a way so that people can access the information that they need easily and quickly. You don't want them just bogged down in, you know, endless paragraphs with no breaks and no visual interest of calls to action and photos and things like that. So that's where good web design really comes into play, married to SEO strategy. So you want those two things working together. A lot of people are just web designers and they have no understanding of how their web design needs to be optimized for search engine optimization as well. So I can do both. Another thing that's really important is a Google business listing. So let's just see if you have a Google business listing. Carl Wais. So we'll go up here to Google and I'll just show you. Get that a little bit. There we go. So we'll go Carl Wais, I think it was. I'll say Hamilton. Okay, so here's what comes up when I Google you, but you don't have a Google My Business listing, because if you did, it would show up right here. Now this listing, again, like needs to be crafted in a very particular way so that you get the most out of it. And that's something that I can set up for you, and that will also pull your rank up in Google quite a bit. It's also a Google product, so Google plays well with it. I haven't gone into Facebook, but I could to see if you have a presence there, a business presence anyway. People. All right, so here you are. Looks like you've only got a couple posts. Looks like you haven't been active for a couple years, and just a couple posts there. So what we would want to do, it looks like it's set up as a personal page right now, which is fine, but we'd want to set up a business page for you. And then we'd want to set up like a Google Plus account. You might have LinkedIn already, but we want to take advantage of those free social media accounts, because even if you're not posting on them a lot, you know, if I were working with you on a month-to-month basis, you know, I can go in there and post for you on those business pages. You know, even, you know, 2 or 3 posts a month can pull a guy like you in your industry up quite a bit. Makes a big difference. Another thing to take into consideration is citations. That's something that I would, let's just go back to your site over here. No, here you are. So citations are basically online directories. There's thousands of them online. What someone like me does is I would find the ones that pertain to your industry and have the most impact in your industry, and then I would file those citations. Now, those citations do cost a little bit of money, depending on how we were to structure a deal between us. Maybe it's a cost I can absorb, or maybe it's something that I bill you for independently. It just kind of depends on, the nature of the package that we structure between ourselves. I'm pretty flexible, and as you can tell, I'm a very transparent, straightforward guy. So I would let you know. We would just figure out how you want to work that out. But the point is, citations are crucial to getting good Google traffic and getting up in the rank. You want 500 citations working for you. And then what I normally do with clients that might be on a budget is, we chunk it out. So we'll do, 20 a month, 50 a month, something like that until we reach the goals there. Similar to citations is backlinks. And that's part of the social media aspect I was talking about a minute ago. You want as many websites out there linking back to your website as possible. Now, this is ongoing tedious work, as are citations. They're very tedious. This is where my monthly fees would come into play, because these are things that need to be constantly nurtured over time. Building up backlink strategies, building up those citations. However, not all websites are created equal. So some websites carry a lot more value with a backlink than other websites. Think of them like votes. Every time your link is on the internet, it's like a vote for your website in your traffic ranking. Not all votes are created equal, but it's my job to do that sort of research, figure out which votes carry the most weight, and try to get you links on those websites. Okay, so now that we've sort of gone over the basics of how that stuff works, I have this tool here that lets me get really detailed metrics on what's going on behind Google and all the search engines, really. So what I can do here is, let's grab your link from here. I can put your URL in this tool, and we'll see how much traffic you're getting. Okay, so it brings this box up when you're so far down in the rank that they can't rank you, basically. So that means you're getting 0 to none, very, very, very little organic traffic with your website the way it is right now. And that's why you're having to post on Craigslist and hustle for work. Now let's go to one of your competitors. So here I just searched Paralegal Hamilton. Here's what comes up. Collect in the map pack. Collect right, JBC Paralegal, Czar Paralegal. Now to be in the map pack, you have to have your Google My Business listing done, and it's not the only thing that affects it, but it's one of the big players. So what this tells me is that these guys did their Google My Business listing. Now you can do well in that regard, but not do well with your organic search. So sometimes the websites that are in this area, are on page 2 or 3 or 4 of the organic search. Now a site that's done really well, like if these guys have done a good job, they're going to be number 1 here, and then they're going to be number 1 here. Now they're not number 1 there. Actually, these two, I've already looked, these two aren't on page 1 at all. This guy's down here at number 7. I think it was, no, number 8. Here they are, Collect Right Paralegal. So they're doing an okay job. They're not killing it because they're not in that number 1 spot, but they're doing an okay job. So let's look at them in my tool. Search. Okay, so the site can find them. They're ranking only for 8 keywords. they're only getting about 12 hits on their website a month. And if you were to pay for that traffic, it would cost you 42 bucks. That's kind of irrelevant, but here are the keywords they're ranking for. So what this tells me, for them to be at the top of the map pack and for them to be at number 8 on the first page, and only have 8 keywords and only be getting 12 hits a month, that tells me that, number one, they should probably broaden the scope of their website, because this isn't a lot of traffic. I'll look at that in a minute, but it would be it's very realistic to get you in the map pack and get you on the first page of Google. Where right now, like, I don't know, it would take me quite a while to have to dig through all the pages of Google. I've already looked at page 1 and 2 and you're not there. But because the tool can't find you, I'm guessing you're in like page 10 or something like that. Let's just look. Paralegal, Hamilton. We'll go keyword overview. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. All right, that makes more sense. So what this tells me is that about 7,000 people are searching for lawyers in Hamilton a month, and there are 15.4 million results coming up. However, as we already looked on the results page here, we can get you ranked on this first page, and we can get you in the map pack. Now, these things don't happen overnight, but it can happen, and as you crawl, it can happen. The soonest would probably be if I started today, maybe 4 to 5 months to have you on the first page and the map pack. It all just depends on how aggressive you want to be as well. But we can definitely get you on here. And the thing to keep in mind is that as you're climbing the ranks and as we're branching out your online presence, those phone calls are going to start coming in. So I'm going to upload this video to my own website, send you a little email, and hope to talk to you soon. I'm pretty flexible and creative on how I structure deals, so we can do flat fees, we can do a rev share. I'm very confident in my abilities to do this, so that's why I offer a rev share sometimes. I can also track all the leads that you're getting through your site, so it helps make things a little bit more accountable too. So I hope you've enjoyed this, found this valuable, and hope to speak to you soon. Cheers.